Hi everyone, and welcome to the Shrine of Anubis. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back and nice to see you again. So, I do have more questions to address in regards to the previous three videos. I know, thank the Lord. You guys are probably bored of the same intro and outro three times in a row for like a month or something. So, we're finally back into business, and I am very excited to continue to address any further questions, comments, and concerns, as well as feedback here and there that you guys have shared with me in the recent videos before this one on the series of intimacy with Anubis, and of course, new fresh comments I have gotten in other videos as well. And welcome back to the second part of this video, which is very random. But it happens, and I love it when this happens because it means that there is a lot of ground to cover because there are a lot of questions to cover as well. And as long as I am able to do this, I love doing this. And if you guys are enjoying this so far, which you guys seem to be, I am more than happy and glad to do this. Again, you guys help me to keep the channel alive, so I really appreciate you guys being a part of it. Not just me talking to you guys, but having a conversation. And even if this is like recorded or whatnot, I do enjoy connecting with you guys in some way. So to continue, I guess, with the second part of this video, which is weird because I'm just filming everything on the same day. This is so weird. We have you in the comments. Thank you for your reply. I really love your videos and I love to listen to them. I did not watch all of your content yet. How can I make fine, or how will I know which spell I should use? I want to address that before getting further ahead in your comment, Miyu. And it depends on the purpose or situation of what you want to do. Do you want to learn to cast curses? Do you want to learn protection spells? Do you want to work on something within yourself? Is it self-love? Is it money mindset blocks that make you feel unworthy of receiving money, of getting paid, of people gifting you things? There are a lot of things in our lives that we may or may not be aware of that we can always improve. So it depends on the focus and intention that you want when it comes to which spell you want to use. So make sure you ask yourself, okay, what do I want to do? What do I need? I do see you saying, I have a problem with unfortune, or maybe it is a curse. I don't know. There was pretty bad stuff happening to me and my family lately. And I mean really bad stuff. I really need some help with it. Someone to talk about it without putting my full story in the comments. At least your videos and Anubis loves are letting me believe there is some hope for me and that everything will be much better. And Cerise says hi to both of you. Ah, hello to Cerise as well. So I want to address your inquiry here, Miyu, because it does sound like you do need a reversal spell. So what a reversal spell does, and there's a lot of free information around on YouTube with many different witches that have different reversal spells that you can do, especially if you're on a budget. Personally, I keep my spells simple because who has time to buy a half black, half red candle, turn it upside down, light it up from the bottom, which is now at the top, and like that is just way too confusing, at least for me. Back in the day with our ancestors, they did not have all these fancy candles like half black, half red, half black, half white, or what have you. They worked with what they had. usually very tiny candles, or maybe no candles at all. Because I'm talking ancestors as in hundreds and hundreds of years ago, way before the Victorian era, even. Our ancestors had nothing to do magic. And if they did, they may have been limited, especially with the colonists, white people colonizing countries and continents and stealing people and slaves from Africa and bringing them into the Caribbean and other areas. Uh, at least my African ancestors, they probably didn't have anything to work with, especially when they would be forced to be converted into Christianity, for example, if they wanted to stay alive. So they really had to do things undercover, And this is why I suggest there's a lot of free information on YouTube, but do not get carried away with all the fancy schmancy stuff like, oh, you need a golden chalice to hold your black and red candle, and the black and red candle, you have to turn it upside down. So now the red is at the top and the black is at the bottom or whatever, and light it up and put all these oils into the candle and whatnot. You can do a spell with a simple happy birthday white candle, those little birthday candles that are very slender and small. A little white candle or a tea light candle. Do you want to dress it with oil? Use olive oil. Use grapeseed oil, avocado oil, whatever oil you use for cooking, use it. I even heard people use castor oil or motor oil. I don't have a car, so I don't know. I would prefer a kitchen oil rather than just motor oil, but you work with what you've got, right? And it's all about the intention that you put into the spell. Trust me. Anubis has really opened my eyes with this type of stuff. He's like, don't bother getting fancy because you're gonna miss the point of what you're supposed to do. Okay? So this is why I keep my spells simple. And something I can suggest that you do is get a simple white candle. Doesn't matter the size. It can be a small one. It can be even a tea light candle that you can put somewhere safe. And it burns in a couple hours. If you're paranoid about the house burning down, trust me, it can happen with a tea light candle too. So you might want to be careful when you work with candles yourself, even if it's a tea light candle. But they last a couple hours, so you don't have to leave it burning overnight. I never suggest anybody to do that. I know some witches will probably give me shit for this, but I always put out the candles at night because I had a scare with a fire one time. I had a candle inside it was a very large cooking pot just to keep it safe inside of it, and I put it in the bathtub. So I left it there overnight, but then at 4 a.m, the alarms went off in my apartment, and when I opened my eyes, I remembered, oh my freaking God, the candle. So I ran into the bathroom and the whole teapot, like the whole thing was catching fire. And I did not know what to do with it. Thankfully, it was in the bathtub. So, and I risked myself. I risked burning myself. I remember that I had this top on because I remember the heat over my shoulders back then. I grabbed the pot on fire and I tossed it underneath the, how do you call it? The shower head or something. And then I opened it up and that was another big mistake. Never pour water into a fire. At least that's what I was told after putting it out at 4 in the morning and almost burning myself with fire, like almost in my face, quite literally. But there was no other option. I had to act quickly in that situation. And it was because of a simple figure candle. So be careful when you work with fire. Doesn't matter how small of a candle it is. And be careful with what you put into the candle. In that case, it wasn't the oil that I put on the candle, it was the glitter that I put on the candle, which was flammable. And so at midnight, I was like, oh, the candle's gonna burn out in like an hour. It's like it was at the very bottom, like it was almost done. So we went to sleep and we forgot about it. But the flammable glitter and the candle kept the flame alive. And then the other ingredients inside the pot started to catch fire as well. And that's how I was woken up at 4 in the morning with all the fire alarms. So do be careful with the candles when you work with them. Try to keep your spells simple because we want to focus on the intention of the spell. So have a candle of your choice, whatever you have available to you. You can put oil in it or not. Carve your name, date of birth, if possible, or put family, last name. So if it's you and your family members, put family, last name. If you want to be more specific and you have space in the candle, you can carve out everybody's names and date of birth. But if you have a big family, that's going to be a bit of an issue. So family, last name on the candle, color of your choice. Size doesn't matter either. Oil is optional. If you're feeling fancy, you can dress it with olive oil if you have it. If not, that's fine. But do hold the candle in your hands with the intention of the spell that you want. What do you want this candle to help you with? And what you're going to do next is you're going to dedicate it to Anubis. You're not going to make him an offering just yet. Tease him a little bit. Tease him a little bit. You're going to light up the candle, dedicate it to Anubis, and ask him for help and assistance and guidance through this spell work to help you with the intention of the spell, to either cleanse yourself and your family, to reverse things to the target, whether you have a name or no name. Simply say unknown target that you wish to reverse this to, and tell him, if you help me, I will offer you this. So you present the, let's talk business. You present the product to the investor, so to speak. You pitch it. You pitch the project to the investor and why they should help you. Well, maybe not why, because Anubis knows why you're approaching him, but you offer the product to the investor and you tell them what's going to happen if they accept. So with Anubis, it's something like that. This is how I work with him. I make him the offering of the spell to him. I offer you the spell so that you can help me with this and this and that. And if you decide to help me, I will give you this. And leave the candle burning. Some incense if you're fancy. If not, it's fine. And just wait for a sign. Usually that's one of the ways that I work with Anubis. I do the spell and I dedicate it to him. Some people ask first, and when they get a sign, then they do the spell work. But in my case, I no longer ask first. I do the spell, ask questions later, and make the offering. If you help me with this, I'll do this for you. And see how that works. I know it's very simple. I know it's some people might say, "Oh, but that is too simple." Usually that's how I do it. Again, Anubis doesn't ask me for too much. Just to not forget about him, to always keep him in my heart, and I do. And when it comes to spell works, my spell works are very simple. And if you do want more help or assistance, feel free to send me an email through my website or in my description section. You will be able to send me an email and I can help you further with any inquiries or assistance that you may need in regards to how to do your first spell work. If you are unfamiliar with how to get started, what you need, how do you need to do it. I do charge a very small fee of $25 to give you further advice through email communication if you want me to help you out with something. So I really hope that that helps you out a little bit. If you do have any further inquiries, I am available in private through email to assist you with spell work. So let's see. Lunar! I do feel romance towards Anubis. It's the kind of feeling that I have towards him. For some reason, I know that it's a calling from Anubis. I think he is there to let me know that I am loved, and I shouldn't shy away or deny feelings that I feel towards him. Sadly, toxic witch communities. Well, specifically, I remember a Discord one. Oh, here we go. Discord. Oh, shit. Well, at least it's not Facebook. I remember a Discord one where one witch that I won't give away her information because it's not worth it. And I overcame that. When I told her, it was something like, I feel drawn towards Anubis. For some reason, I feel calm and protected when I think of him. I hope I am not disrespecting him in any way. She did not hesitate to have this attitude. If you're thinking like that, then witchcraft is not for you. What? Back then, I was so lost in that kind of mindset and emotionally unstable, which created an intense blockage forcing me to shy and hide feelings towards Anubis that led me to really intense breakdowns. Yikes. The past is the past. I forgive my past self for those blockages I had because we all have up and downs. Exactly, yeah. And we have to overcome our shadow. We can't have light only. There has to be the shadow too. It's the balance. I truly am looking forward to release any single blockage or negative mindset I had towards my relationship with Anubis and start a new beginning. I am so thankful for finding your channel. It means a lot. Aww. Feeling drawn to Anubis in a romantic way, usually thinking of him and such, would make me feel welcomed, safe, and loved. I'm sorry for my grammar. English is not my main language. I'm actually from Serbia, but blessed be. Oh, fantastic. I almost forgot. That witch who acted like that, she also works with Anubis. Okay. Oh, she's a jealous bitch. Which really surprised me when that toxicity hit. But oh well, I'll mind my business. Lunar! Oh my goodness. No wonder. Yeah. Fantastic. Great. Great. You know you're doing something well when you're triggering other fellow Anubis devotees. Oh no, that is terrible. Anubis does not appreciate that. Let me tell you something, Lunar. He does not appreciate toxicity or isolation. He does not like it. No. It makes me question, is she really working with Anubis or Seth? Interesting, because Seth is very chaotic. He does have this trickster energy and he can disguise himself as Anubis. And I have had that happen too many years ago. I feel so old now, but it happened way too long ago. And it makes me wonder if this witch is being tricked. Because that type of energy within a witch that works with Anubis, I'm not a big fan, and it makes my spidey senses tingle. Uh, but Lunar, you are going to encounter gatekeepers. That's the word. Gatekeepers are people that want to keep the information to themselves. You have to do things their way or go fuck yourself. It's either them or the highway. There's no other way with them. There's a lot of edge lords, edge ladies that are gatekeepers of the community and gods and information. Um, don't pay attention to the haters or the snobby witches that think they're the hot shit, because they don't know shit. And like you mentioned, minding your business is really great. This is what I have been doing for so many years now, because it didn't take me long to find all these gatekeepers within the witchcraft community that I was like, you know what? I don't need to be a part of a coven or group or whatever. I can fend off for myself. I can just keep to myself and just do things my way. And it was so freeing when I did not need the approval or help or assistance from others. Nowadays, though, I do look for information around on the internet, but I avoid groups like the plague, pun intended, because to be honest, there are always conflicts within groups. Doesn't matter how spiritual they are, there's always that jealous person or gatekeeper trying to hide information or to make you do this and that, or they had this thing that was very difficult for them to achieve, so they don't want you to have the easy way through, so they want you to suffer first before achieving the level of information that they have. Like, there's a lot of gatekeeping and competition. Okay, this is why I keep myself away from these groups, because it does still happen in 2021. And even though that tainted your connection with Anubis, it stained it. Do ask Anubis for help, assistance, and guidance in regards to doing inner healing work so that you can release those blockages, possible negative mindset that you may still have within yourself. Anubis is super great when it comes to releasing what you do not need and what does not serve you. So definitely consult him, talk to him, ask him. Don't feel that you're bothering him or annoying him. He loves it when any of you guys remember him and talk to him and make him a part of your life. And I speak from experience because this is something that a witch once told me with him. She was like, do involve him more in your day-to-day life because he does love the interaction. He does love to feel that he's part of something. Share with him your excitements, your frustrations, your goals, your disappointments. He does love it when you communicate and interact with him through meditation or just a thought, thinking randomly about him and what you did during the day. Oh, I had so much fun today. And, we all think to ourselves, we all talk to ourselves. If you don't, then you're out of this world. You're not human. So keep his energy in mind next time you talk to yourself about how was your day. Make him a part of your life as well. And don't feel bad for not being a part of a group. You don't need to be part of a group to be an excellent witch. You can be a good witch without being a part of a group. So, I hope that helps. I know I kind of went on a ramble there and with a previous comment as well from me, you. So, let's see. What do we have in here? Huh. Oh my goodness. I just looked at the minutes. I think this is going to be a 3-part video. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we're going with the flow. But you guys will not know this until you see this part. Because the first part at this point, it's going to be released first. But none of you will know until this video. Fantastic. I love tricking you guys. Fantastic. Okay, so third part incoming. So I will cut out the video at some point. Jump into the outro. And let's hope that in the third part, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything. Okay, Katie, I have several deities I have a connection to. Anubis, Seth, and Isis. I find both Seth and Anubis to be handsome. Oh! Ooh, getting spicy. Okay. How do you know that your deity has accepted your offering? I have an offering to Seth, cayenne pepper, and candy. I am just curious, does something change if you offer food? Like, is it eaten up or no? So, when it comes to offerings, physical offerings, Katie, what happens is they absorb the energy of the offering. Some people report that they do see that their offering has somehow changed. Either the powder of the cayenne pepper is dry, or it looks like it's been, dive into or something. It doesn't look like how you put it. Same with the drinks. The drinks may change in color or texture. Now, some drinks do get moldy, though. This can happen with beverages that are low on alcohol. So when that happens, the type of ingredients in that drink may grow moldy. This is a natural process for some drinks. However, sometimes the energy of the deity that you offer it to accelerates that process. Because I have offered beer to Anubis before. And there would be days when the beer would look very pretty and brand new within the week. But then other days within a day or two, it would be moldy and super scary. Some foods like brownies, for example, they would still be fresh in a couple of days, but other times they would be really dry and very stone hard. So usually when the offerings have changed so much, that's how I know that Anubis is done with the offering. And what I usually do is I discard it somewhere in nature. As long as it's not toxic to the ducks that are around in this area and other giant birds, white birds with long beaks. I don't even know the name of those. As long as it's not toxic to them, I go out into nature and offer it to them. Otherwise, I just discard in the trash. If it's a drink, I just pour it down the sink rather than just throw it in the garbage because that's a whole lot of mess. What else? But usually, Katie, you may notice a difference when it comes to offerings. But don't get too concerned if you do not see a change in your offerings. Because like candy, for example, chocolate never changes. I don't know when Anubis has absorbed the energy of the offering. So this is where intuition comes into play. You have to tune into your altar, to the energy of Seth and the offering that you made to Seth. And you feel like, I feel like I should leave it for a longer period of time. I'm going to leave it alone. Or, oh, I think it's time to remove it. It's been there for a while, so it feels empty to me. That's how you know that the offering has been absorbed and consumed. Usually that's how I perceive it, Katie. Because again, it's all about working your intuition. This is why I will never get tired of telling you guys to work on your intuition, to develop your intuition, to like work on yourself, because that is the way. And I feel like I'm quoting the Mandalorian, and yes, I am. This is the way. When you work on your intuition, you open yourself up to understanding not only yourself, your needs, your wants, your desires, your hopes and dreams, and the things you want to change, but you open yourself up to your deities and communicating with them and knowing what to do when you offer something. And when that thing is done, like the offering, you will know. You will know, Katie. Does something change if you offer it like food? Is it enough? Okay, so when it comes to foods, you won't really notice too much of a difference. Usually my foods or drinks go moldy within the week. Within the week. So that tells you a lot when it comes to offerings. But then again, it depends on the type of offering, because when it comes to hard candies or chocolate bars, there really isn't a change in the offering. So it's all about working your intuition and really connecting with your altar, with your deity, and perceiving and feeling the energy of your altar. So, as expected, there is going to be a third part to this freshest Q&A. So I will cut out to the outro, and I'll be right back with more questions. So, we have finally arrived to the end of this video. You'll be seeing this outro 3 times, intro 3 times as well, because that just happened. Congratulations. That's what you guys have done to me. And now I'm doing to you. So this video will be uploaded again in the next upcoming weeks, beginning tonight. So you'll be seeing this intro repeatedly and outro as well. Not that you guys mind, because I don't know how you guys can tolerate hearing me talk for like 30 minutes, but I want to thank you guys so much for sending me your questions, inquiries, doubts, concerns, feedback in the comments down below on my videos. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love and the support, and for being here, subscribe to the channel, and helping me to give you more content for your benefit. As always, it's a great pleasure of mine to have this opportunity to sit here and talk with all of you guys, have a conversation, even if these videos are pre-recorded. So because you'll be seeing this outro 3 times in a row, yes, get ready. There's 2 more videos incoming, assuming you're watching the first one. If you're watching the second one, well, there's 1 more. If you're watching the third one, congratulations, you made it to the end. We'll see what happens after this. As always, I welcome all your questions and feedback down below in the comments section. And before I let you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell button and click on see all, so that you can get all the notifications of any future uploads that I'll be making on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.